Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Hello.
How you doing? You all right?
I don't have any makeup on, so I might just kind of like stall and put some on while Nigel does some talking and stuff for the first little bit of this.
All right.
But he has done something magical and special today. You want to show them?
What?
Like, hold up a booze thing.
A booze thing.
People kept asking for him to share cocktail recipes.
Okay, this is coming up horizontal.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh!
Sideways.
Why is it doing that?
I have no idea. Probably because you were holding it that way when you started.
All right. Oh no! What is going on with this thing?
This wouldn't be a Sister Wings live stream without some form of
technical difficulty.
Technical difficulty.
I don't want to end the stream.
Well,
Cancel. Cancel. Oh my goodness! It's always something. This seems like the sort of thing we're gonna have to Google. Like, how do you fix the orientation? It has literally never done this to me. I didn't even know this was a thing it could do. So we're just gonna do it all in portrait mode. Oh no. Oh no. Here, do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Because I think they're getting a close-up of your hand. Okay.
Oh well. Well,
Every single time. We think it's gonna get easier and that we're gonna get this formula down.
We get the hang of it.
Goodness gracious, I don't know how other people make this look so easy. Well, now you get a really great look at the room, I guess. Silver lining, sort of, I guess. All right, here you go.
There we go. All right.
Boy, this is not what I intended. So, my apologies that this is all going to be in portrait mode. If you're watching on a cell phone, though, I guess it won't make that big of a difference.
Right.
But, oh man. All right, if somebody feels like Googling, by the way, how we could fix this, we would be very happy to try it. It's just, yeah. Wait.
What?
Are people still having technical issues? Can people hear us?
People are getting it, seeing and hearing nothing. But some people are doing all right.
Can people hear me? You guys hear me at all? Okay, some people can hear me. Okay,
yeah,
good.
Fine.
All right, cool.
All right, good stuff.
I just didn't want to go on for like 20 minutes and then people go, we don't know what you're saying, and then no. But that would be par for the course these days, I guess.
Right, excellent. So, hello everyone.
Let's start over. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the brand new portrait mode version of Sister Wigs After Dark. Selfie time. But we were saying Nigel's probably going to talk a little bit while I put some makeup on. It's going to be hard for you to see me do that though because portrait mode.
Yeah.
But would you like to show them evidence of what you've got in store, like a little teaser maybe?
Right. People have been asking about the type of cocktails that I've been making Heather during some of our sessions, so I've got ingredients. So if Heather wants to get started, I will make her one of her usuals.
Yeah.
This is a tall drink. So what you need?
Hey, honey, why don't you set up one of those little white tables and do it on the little white table so that way you don't get it on your computer and all of my makeup that is underneath it. Makeup's expensive, man. Even the cheap stuff's kind of expensive. It's not even right.
All right, let's see.
So while he's setting that up, I've also got some goodies for you too. As I mentioned in the thumbnail and as we discussed in previous live streams, I've got some of the Estetica coffee collection color wigs here. I've got Orchid in Vanilla Macchiato. I've got another Orchid because I'm a fan of the style, and this one's in Americano. What do we got here? We've got the Fin in Iced Mocha. And then we've also got an Avalon here in Toffee Latte. And so what I'm gonna do is, once my makeup's all that's pretty, or I'm not gonna go too crazy with it, I wanna cover this up a little bit to actually like, I don't want Estetica to think I'm doing them dirty by having like blemishes and stuff and then trying on the hair. But what we'll do is I'll put them on, kind of gauge your opinion, see if you really like it. Oh, Nigel, they're giving you instructions on what we can do here.
I can't see that. What's to drink?
Yeah. So,
open YouTube live stream app, tap on the capture button, choose broadcast mode, and add a filter. YouTube offers 8 filters before starting a live broadcast.
Yeah, I didn't do any of that.
Okay. You can always tell XSplit
everybody.
to flip video for a given source, but that will make it flipped as it goes out to the... I don't know what any of
Yeah,
that
we're
means.
just gonna stick with portrait mode, as cumbersome as that is, because I think otherwise it's just gonna... Yeah, that... Serene, I just saw your comment come up that you have to do this before. Yeah, and when I say I don't use filters, that's what I mean. I don't actually pick a filter when I come on air. I just turn the webcam on and go. But apparently I need to do more prep because I think I'm like 0 for 4 or 5 at this point at actually like starting these in a smooth, professional way. So yeah, maybe I need to give myself just a little bit more time before these start so I can like do it correctly. But this literally, I didn't realize that this was even in portrait mode until about 2 minutes into this. Like because I had the camera oriented properly.
When we had it, we had the camera in landscape mode. It was showing us in landscape mode.
Yeah.
And then on the computer screen, it was all skew whiff.
Yeah. Well, you'll live and you'll learn.
Anyway, so
That's
I guess the idea is to have it in portrait mode when you're setting the bloody thing up.
Oh, they need a button for that, really. This is...
Ridiculous.
It is kind of, yeah.
Okay, so cocktails, huh? How's that? Cocktails.
Those.
Right, okay. This is one of Heather's usual ones. Now, the main ingredient is this. It's the Kettle One Grapefruit Rose. Kettle One Botanical Grapefruit and Rose Vodka.
This stuff's really great. They don't add extra sugar. So that's why I like it.
So, all right, you get a tall glass. And you add a couple fingers worth of the Kettle One Grapefruit and Rose. And you get some rose water. Any type of rose water will do, so long as it's food grade.
We like food.
We like food.
Food is good.
And this one's got one of those little bubbler tips in it that only allows a couple drops out at a time. Got a hefty splash of rose water in there. Because what I'm going to add next is some Ocean Spray Diet 5 Ruby Red.
One of my palettes fell down.
I'll get it.
My apologies.
Palette.
Thank you, dear.
And then what you do is you take that grapefruit juice and you fill up to about half. Yeah, about half the glass full. Now, you can choose to make this full strength, but because of Heather's stomach surgery, she can't handle acid very well. She can't handle alcohol that well. It tends to irritate her stomach, so then I just top it up with some chilled water. And ideally, that should do you, my sweet. Have a go.
Ooh! I need my drinks to be super, super diluted. So he did a great job. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now for me.
Ah,
For Christmas, Heather bought me a bottle of this. This is Bumbu. I'm not sure if you can read that because of all the lights or anything like that, but Bumbu.
he enjoyed the gift, if you can tell.
I enjoyed it. Bumbu is a cocktail made of rum. It's rum, sugar, spices, and diluted with a bit of water. Now, you can buy pre-bottled, pre-mixed Bumbu, like Heather did, or you can make it yourself. Now, I don't have the ingredients with me here because it's quite a lot of ingredients, a lot of fiddly stuff. But what I do is I take some rum, spiced or unspiced, and put it in a small glass like this. And in the bottom of the glass, I put some brown sugar, a spoonful of brown sugar. a finger or two of rum, and then I add the spices. Now for the spices, I usually do a bit of cinnamon, a bit of clove, a bit of nutmeg, of course. Shout out to James Townsend. And then fill it up, you know, mostly to the top with water. Give it a stir, get all the spices and the sugar dissolved, and that's bumbu. I'm going to resort to this later. But right now, I'm going to show you a cocktail I came up with myself one day when I was really, really bored. This was after I had a shift at a night shift at the casino, and I'd gotten off work, and I needed something to unwind, and it was during my experimentation phase of life when it came to alcohol. Now, I don't have all the ingredients I used for the first version of it here. This is an approximation of what we've got around the house. Now, this one, fans of Star Wars take note, is called the Yutini Martini.
Oh, you're a dork and I love it.
Now, as you know, a proper martini is gin and vermouth. So what have we got here? We've got white vermouth. I often frequently use Cinzano Bianco, but this is very nice stuff. We found this at the local bottle shop, and this, normally what I use is Plymouth gin. I normally use that, but this is quite nice, and it substitutes for a couple other ingredients as well. But this is Boodle's Strawberry and Rhubarb Gin. I have a dash of that. Now, how this works out, the original version of the Yutini Martini is named in honor of the Jawas, those cloaked little scavengers from Tatooine who are adorable.
Yutini!
And shout, Yutini!
Yutini!
Now, Tatooine is in a system with suns. And you can tell their colors when they set. One of them is rose, and one of them is lavender. So, you get your gin. Pour in a slug of that. You get your vermouth. I like to pour in slightly more vermouth than gin. Okay, so there we go. And I don't have a block of ice and a cocktail shaker or anything like that. I'm just giving you the basics. Now, what I usually have, if I'm just using regular old gin, like the Plymouth, what I usually put in here is a little glug of grenadine, really good grenadine, like Phillips of Bristol. Not that roses crap, forget that.
Real grenadine tastes nice.
Real grenadine does not taste like cough syrup. Anyway, but this is sweet and berry-fied and pink flavored, pink colored, so that kind of helps. Now, for the two Sons of Tatooine, I normally use lavender cocktail syrup, but we've got lavender water. And for the other one, rose water. And then give it a swish. And you've got a slightly fruity martini with some flowers in and... hot dang, that's tasty.
See, I think they're too strong. They
are too strong.
Yeah, they make my sleeve burn. But that means they're potent, like a martini should be. They're pretty much off limits to me.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, powder foundation is not my favorite. I feel like it's basically making all of my fine lines look a little bit more dramatic than they really are. That's fun. I just thought I'd take the shortcut. But my skin's just too dry these days, I think. Oh, and in case you're wondering what all I did so far, I'm not actually enjoying the outcome very much, but I did use some fast response eye cream from MAC under my eye. I used a little bit of this Tatcha, the liquid silk canvas primer. I'm very glad in hindsight that I did that, because yeah, this is brutal. I also skipped the foundation and tried to use IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation Powder, and that's kind of what I'm mumbling about, grumble grumble. And now I'm using a little bit of IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores in some of these spots to see if it will blur a little bit. I'm getting all kinds of powder all up in my lap, which is also a cute look. Highly recommend it. I'm gonna put a little bit of blush on. I'm not gonna go too crazy with this. I wanted to look, you know, human a little bit before I put these Estetica wigs on.
Humans are overrated.
Let's go peach. That sounds fun.
Read some stuff out to you here. Lot of hi folks, hi everyone at the beginning.
Hello!
Kay Schaffer said, I had my grandson all afternoon and made sure his parents picked him up on time so I could get online for Sister Wigs After Dark.
Yay! I hope our technical difficulties are funny, if nothing else. I'm sure we will figure it out eventually. If not, this could just become a bit. Who knows? This was not a good brush to use for blush. I'm just doing all kinds of interesting things for the first time that are not working out well. Hooray!
Oh, holy cow.
What's that?
Wendy James says it's 110 degrees in Australia where she is.
Oh my goodness. Oh
in
my
the
goodness.
morning.
Wasn't it super stinking hot last time we had a live stream too? It was like something ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's summer in Australia.
But
And
still.
that place is made of fire.
It's
Fire and venomous creatures.
That's right. That's right.
I mentioned fantasy type stuff in the Instagram post for preparing for this. If you've ever read Discworld by Terry Pratchett, it's great. There's the lost continent of 4X, which is the Discworld equivalent of Australia, and so when when a group of wizards is going to 4X, they ask what kind of dangerous animals can we expect, and the librarian brings out an enormous book about 4 feet thick, and said, well, maybe it'd be easier to ask what animals are not dangerous there, and a little tiny piece of paper comes out, some of the sheep.
That's excellent.
Let's see what we got.
What else are they saying? Because right now I'm like
Cool 60
trying to finish
degrees
this
in
up.
Southwest Florida.
Mm.
That sounds nice. Hee upside down show, says the Mertz. Right. Okay.
It keeps you on your toes.
I thought it was the tipsy part of the show, says Elisa.
Oh,
well, Elisa, we're working on that.
Yes.
Give it time.
It's a project for sure.
Oh, Teeny!
Ooh, teeny.
What happened to your little talking Joe? I can't seem to
I
find
have
him.
to find him so the next time we discuss this, we could actually just squeeze him. He might actually.
Yeah?
Didn't I put my Yoda somewhere in here?
You did.
I need to grab my Yoda and put him in here before the next live stream. I will bring him next time.
Right.
And we will squeeze him so you can see him go ooh teeny. He's very cute. What am I gonna do with my eyes? I don't know.
Liz says, love that velvet top.
Thank you. I think I got this one on Poshmark too.
Yeah.
I'm kind of obsessed with Poshmark. Ooh, I think I might just go with a single color.
Donna's
Pardon.
wearing her new Alexa and she loves it.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous. Cheers to that. Let's see. I've got the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills here because it's just an easy one. I'm going to just take some of this fairy color because I think it'll look cute with this top. Oh, no, that's way too cold. Here, let me just make them even, but I don't want to do all that. Ugh.
Yeah, Silver Streak. Hello, Silver Streak.
Let's go with Rose Pink. Maybe that will be a little bit closer to the mark. I can live with that. I'm just going to slap some of that on and blend it because I can't be bothered. I don't want to spend 20 years on my eye makeup because I know myself. I will get really, really, really super duper into it. And then I will lose track of all space and time. And 3 hours later, I will be done. I appreciate your polite silence, Nigel.
Yeah. What? Kathleen says, by the way, color lighting looks great.
Oh, thank you.
And Sherry says, you look beautiful without any extra pink, girl.
Well, thank you very much. I enjoy the paint, and I think that it helps with the, you know, bringing the wigs home a little bit, though, honestly.
Liz says, beautiful manicure, by the way, Heather.
Thank you. That took a lot longer than it probably should have, but I'm still just kind of learning the ropes, and they make it look so easy to run those nail drills. Oh my goodness. I struggle with that because I have carpal tunnel, and then this one, this hand is completely useless for just about anything, and here I am like trying to like skillfully craft a nail out of goo.
Cynthia says, bartender Nigel, I'll have a chocolate martini, please. Well, made you a Yutini Martini. We don't have the ingredients to make a chocolate martini, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, we do. We have Godivas downstairs.
We do have Godiva down there.
We have Godiva.
Unfortunately, I don't know how to make a chocolate martini.
There's this magical thing, honey, called Google.
Yeah.
And you could actually use this and harness this power.
Question, are you going to drink the chocolate martini?
I could give it a go.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be bummed out if you made me one. We'll put it that way. I gotta go wash my hands. I'll be right back.
All right. All right. Well then, we'll see what we can do. I'll chocolate martini. This is great programming right here. A fat English dude with a beard googling chocolate martini. All right. All right. That's Googled. I'll come back to that in a minute. Anything with roses great by me, says Liz. Yep, that's excellent.
And violet. Violet's good stuff too.
Violet, yes. Got some good violet. We've got some violet liqueur. That's quite nice. If you're not into drinking or eating flower flavored things, or if you've not tried it before, give it a go. It's quite nice. It's not for everyone. I might add. It's not for everyone. And a lot of guys will say, I'm not eating or drinking anything made out of flowers. These are the people who drink beer. And I hate to tell you this, but hops is a flower. Get over it. I have spoken.
Your logic is flawless.
Thank you.
Fatal victory, or whatever.
Flawless victory.
Flawless victory.
Nigel wins. Flawless victory. Pedantry. Yeah, Kettle One botanical vodka there, Elena.
All right.
Heather's back.
The only thing I really did was put some mascara on. That was it. And that's just because I felt like I looked a little naked without it. All right, I'm more or less ready to go. Was there anything else related to the boozy stuff that you wanted to discuss before?
Nothing the boozy stuff. I'm just going through the comments at the moment.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Lanny says, never thought about adding water. Interesting. Yeah, it's a great way of lessening the burn and making the taste last a bit longer and have a lesser impact on your stomach.
I also like it because it's not as sweet then. A lot of the drinks I like tend to be like a little bit on the sweet side, but I mean, for me, a little bit of sweet goes a long way, so adding water just kind of makes it easier for me to handle. I am so excited and I just can't hide it.
Oh, and for Gina, she loves rum and tequila. The great thing about tequila is it's good for your digestion. I've been doing a lot of research on this on my own. Anything made with desert succulents, be it cactus or dragon fruit or aloe vera or, agave like tequila, all good for your digestion. It's weird, but it works. Okay, over to you, my treasure.
Did you show them your shirt?
Yes, Serene absolutely loves this.
His shirt is amazing.
Heather got this for me because we like watching little...
They're so cute. Oh, they're so cute.
If you ever look up on YouTube, not right now because this is vitally important here.
And we're amazing.
Look up baby unicorns, baby rhinos on YouTube, and they are friggin' adorable.
They are. Oh, and baby elephants are also amazing.
No allspice. Julie says no allspice. Yes, allspice and mace if you want to as well in the bamboo.
All right. Well, I think we're golden to start talking about some of these wigs. Oh, and the lippy stuff I'm using is, I believe it's this stuff. It's Tarte, and it is Lippy Lingerie in the color Envy. It's a really pretty kind of dark mauve-y nude color. All right. So how about this first one, eh? This is the Fin in Iced Mocha. I have not actually tried this on yet. I've literally just looked at the colors. And this is Iced Mocha. In fact, this is weirdly enough kind of an argument for portrait mode. Because look at that, I can get all that in there. It's like it's eating up the whole screen. Look at it. But you can kind of see, it actually reminds me a lot of the Iced Mocha color from Renee of Paris, actually, but just like deconstructed, because the top of it is that medium brown. It's a nice warm medium brown. Obviously, it's quite warm in tone overall. And then it kind of has these staggered highlights. You know, it's meant to approximate something like a balayage. And if you're like, we discussed this briefly in the last live stream. What's the difference between an ombre and a balayage? Well, the big difference with an ombre is it's basically dip dyed. So it will almost have like a line that goes across it at some point. Serene says it looks a lot like Ceylon. It really does. It looks a lot like the Belle Tress color Ceylon. Very, very pretty color. You could tell they used mostly curly styles for this collection. They discussed that in one of their live streams, that it really sets off the color. And you know, I could definitely see that, because this will still look like a tipped color even if it was straightened out. But I mean, it would be very dramatic down here in a way that might not look right in a straight style, because you can see it actually isn't, I mean, while there is no definite line that goes across, it's more staggered throughout the placement of those lighter colored tips. At the bottom, I mean, it's very concentrated. So that doesn't look like a normal tipped color, because they changed up the concentration of the light color at the bottom. So really pretty. They did put a little bit of the blonde up in the front. And the blonde, to me, that's in this highlight, looks like it's basically two things going on. Up here at the top, there's like a dark ash blonde that has some really kind of like a light ash blonde in with it. But it's definitely ashy on top. And then at the bottom, they definitely incorporate some like medium gold blonde or something similar down here at the bottom. So it gets not only warmer towards the bottoms, but it also gets more blonde. So what do you guys think of the color? This one, to me, was probably one of my favorites of the bunch. I think this one might have actually been my favorite. I'm not actually, like, some of these colors are a little bit dramatic for me, which is crazy because I love dramatic colors, but it's not up to me, it's up to you. I thought this one was very pretty. Let me go ahead and put it on so you can get an idea of what that's about. Now, I have not combed this wig, or this is the example that has been sitting in my haul for like, since they launched. Let's see. Like maybe like a week after they launched, I got this. So that's what it looks like on the side. And if I break it up with my finger a little bit, because you really need to do that with some of these wigs.
The color is pretty. How would it translate onto a shorter style like Sage, asks Lisa S. Well,
Are they offering this one on Sage? I don't think I have one in Sage. I only got long styles.
it's no, I don't.
This was the shortest one I got it in. I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. I would imagine that this probably wouldn't look as cute on something that is shorter. I think that this is definitely the kind of color that is meant to be in longer styles. Because of this lightening effect. You kind of lose that if you try to make this darker section shorter. It'll just look like a normal tipped color, or it'll look like it's frosted. So I don't think that you would get the same effect, you know, on a shorter style. So, all right, let me do a little turn on this swivelly chair, and hopefully it all gets in here. Is it all getting in there? I can't tell.
Well, there's a delay on it.
But you can see it on my screen, and I can't.
Okay, yeah, move this way a bit.
This
There
way.
you go.
Am I on the screen now?
Yeah, you're on the screen. Yeah.
All right, teamwork. Yay. All right, now they can see it.
Serene says, I'm going to be 100% honest here. I think the color is beautiful, but I'm saving all my money for the stuff you have in production currently.
Thank you. I think this one is cute, but I definitely know why they made it in longer styles. You could see that they actually were kind of clever in the way they did the highlighting here in the front too. You can see that they actually made this rooting area a lot shorter, so you get more of the lighter colors near the front. That's kind of nice. So that is iced mocha. What's the consensus so far on this one?
Love the colors. No, Amy, we do not have the new ROP Wyatt, I'm afraid.
Yes, we do.
We do? Oh.
Yeah, I added all those earlier in the week. So yeah, they're already up on the site.
Oh, they're up, I think, to show.
Oh, no, I don't have any of those.
Yeah.
No, I'm taking kind of a new stance this year, unless the brands want to send me that stuff.
For free?
I'm not going to touch it unless it's something I really, really want to look at because, frankly, I feel as though they've gotten enough free content out of me since 2013. And if they're willing to send this stuff to other people, they can send some to me too. So, but yeah. And I paid for these samples, for the record. This one does have a lace front. And if you want me to show off Finn, I can do that. But I mean, this wasn't meant to be a wig review. I saw somebody asking about the lace front and the ear tabs.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I was just about to address that.
But this is not meant to be a wig review. We're basically just looking at the colors. But yeah, that's the lace front. These are the sides. Can you see where my edges are? I tend to like brunette shades because it's easier for me to obscure my edges without me having to do a whole lot.
Yeah, I got a lot of agreements. They're with you on the not doing anything if they don't send it to you free.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this one's really pretty. It's probably my favorite of the bunch. So we might have to think about that one. All right, setting that over there. Now these other ones. What's that, dear?
I'm going to package it up.
Okay.
Again.
Some of these other ones I'm kind of on the fence about though, and I'm going to start with the one that I'm actually like the most on the fence about. You guys guess which one that is? It's this one, the vanilla macchiato color. So let me go ahead and put this on. I have not styled this wig or done anything, so you can tell she looks a little wiggy right out of the box. Do we have a comb? Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Orchid looks best when she's combed, so I'm taking a wide tooth comb to her. And let's change this part. There we go.
How does she fit?
All Estetica wigs fit a little bit on the average large side. They give you a little bit of extra material up here at the crown, and they have a generous perimeter.
They suit you okay?
Yeah, they do. They fit me very nicely. If anything, they're a little bit big, particularly back here. You can see how much I can move that around. That's not an ideal fit for my ear to ear, but that's all right.
Love the color, says Sherry, but Liz...
Can you do me a favor and turn that overhead off? It's making this look gold, and
Sure.
it's not really that gold, so...
Yoink. Normally
There we
I
go.
do that. I forgot this time.
That's all right. That's okay. Here, let me go
Liz
ahead and
thinks it
tilt
looks
this
a
down.
bit too wiggy.
I definitely think that this color is not me. And I think that might be why I struggle with it. Because I saw this out of the box and it reminded me a lot of, you know, colors you'll find from the sister company to Estetica, which is Vivica Fox. You'll find colors like this with this really dramatic rooting all throughout the Vivica Fox line. And it's very common in the fashion wig industry, which is not to throw shade at it. I love fashion wigs. We did the entire live stream last week based on my love of fashion wigs. So that's definitely not shade, but it's not novel to me because I buy in both marketplaces and I already knew what this was. Now, not everyone's like that. Some people stick to, you know, just the same brands over and over. And so this might look different to them. But to me, this looks like a typical, you know, blonde that you might see in like the BBSS market. Also, a lot of flyaways on this sample, but that's not like a bad thing about the wig either. It's just something to be mindful of that, you know, you might want to get her wet or something to kind of discharge some of the static. It might just be because the heat's on. That's a pretty normal thing when you first pull wigs out of the box. So at some point when I figure out whether or not I'm going to have a YouTube channel, I will upload a video talking about how I deal with the flyaways, because there are a few different things you can do. One of my favorite things is just using steam, but also just getting the wig wet sometimes is enough to discharge some of that static. So stay tuned, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, a lot of people not particularly feeling that one.
Yeah, me neither. And I think I think also, I'm going to take it off for a second, and I'll put it back on in a moment. But
some people are enjoying it, though, but the general consensus is...
Here's the side, and here's the part where some of those people who say they like it may not like it, is that this is very, very gold. Like, the undertone here, where it looks kind of gold in the base color, it is a gold blonde, okay? Like a very kind of pronounced gold blonde. And then mixed in with it, you get this really pretty kind of creamy platinum color. And that's really luscious. But if you think this is a platinum, or if you think that this is similar to like something like Shaded Biscuit, this is much, Shaded Biscuit, by the way, it's kind of like has red undertones. This doesn't. If anything, you know, it's a little bit like the 10613 GR by Henry Margu down here, except it's even more gold than that in the base. So it's soft, it's pretty, but it's definitely a mix of warm and cool. And the root up here to me looks like a medium brown. And it definitely has a gold undertone as well. So there's quite a bit of warmth to this color. So let's see. I saw somebody ask a question about this, Nigel. Who's that? Please let me know what they're saying.
Would it be appropriate for someone who's dark blonde is going grey? Is that the one?
That's entirely up to you. I think that, you know, it depends on how bold you want to be about it. And again, kind of disregard some of these flyaways because this is like fresh from the box. So static is real, and it's not really the wig's fault. But the thing is that this root is definitely not gray. It's definitely a medium brown. And it does have some of that blonde blended into it. It's a very soft transition, which is part of the appeal of this product line. But to me, because that root is so dark all the way around the face, I think that that might make it difficult if you're trying to transition from blonde to gray or anything that light, because this is definitely meant to look like a color that has been dyed on top of kind of medium brown hair. So again, it'd be a personal choice. If you want to go bold, just keep in mind this is what the sides look like. They're very dark, and the transition doesn't happen right away. So it's quite dark up against the face. Does that help? I hope this is helpful. Is this helpful? I can't tell. Nigel!
What? I'm sorry, I'm responding to someone.
Yes, very helpful. Thanks, says Sherry. Terry says yes, it's helpful.
Look, these only just came in 1 second ago.
No, hold on. I am dying over here. Okay, because Nigel, honey, we just had a complete grandpa moment. Like
What? What?
Oh my gosh, oh, I can't breathe. Sorry, I need to calm down. Okay. My grandma and grandpa, they used to talk like this all the time to each other, like my dad's parents, and they loved each other very much. They were married for like almost 60 years. And my grandma, she would try to say something to my grandpa and he wouldn't hear her. Or half the time I think he was trolling her because he would like look over at me and my brother and wink at us, you know? But she would get super mad because he wouldn't respond. So she'd get right up behind him. And the whole time it's like she's going, "Dad, Dad, Dad!" Like as loud as she can. And it was like eardrum shattering, and she'd do it right behind his head and he would just cuss and holler. Like, "What do you want, woman? Grumble, grumble." And it was one of those things where, you know, I'm sure it doesn't sound as cute as it was, but it was actually pretty cute. Like they were so cute together. And we just had a moment.
Yes.
We really are married. So, any other questions about this before I went on my tangent?
Well, let's see here.
Oh, here, I'll turn a little
Right.
bit.
Donna says, I like Jules. Is Tresseler Shayna similar, or the wig coming out in March?
From Heather.
Can you ask that again?
Right, I like Jules. Is Tresseler Shayna similar?
Shayna is more like January by John Renault. It's a little bit more along that vein, you know, or like something like Ren by Estetica. Like it's not exactly the same, but the length and everything is very, very similar. I saw Liz say her grandfather would just turn off his hearing aid.
May says, wishing for 60 plus years for you two, too. All I can say is, well, that will put me at about 106. And I'm fine with that, so long as I'm mobile and not gaga.
because some of my relatives have become immobile or blind or a little senile with old age, and as long as that doesn't happen to me, I'm game.
Yeah, his mom's doing really well.
Yeah, she's coming up on 90, and she's still got pepper in the salt. So.
Yeah, yeah. And she's very, very with it still. Like, they have this thing called University Challenge that they watch on British TV. Like, that sort of thing would never fly here because it's just not whiz-bangy enough. But his mom can answer the question so fast. It's like sitting next to somebody who's really good at Jeopardy, and they answer the question with the correct syntax and everything, and you're just like, I just now heard the question and you already coughed up an answer. How is that possible? His mom is that good with University Challenge. So I have no plans of ever like playing Scrabble with her because her vocabulary is impressive as well.
No. Every time she plays Scrabble, she gets like JQZWYI. Rahamajiran, who is a Malaysian princess who married a former associate of my father's, and she could not beat Raja Mahiran on Scrabble. By the way, everyone's saying ditch that.
Yeah.
Because
I will check the comments again, but I keep showing it because I'm like, maybe there's an angle where I'll fall in love, you know? And it's pretty, but it's just, yeah.
okay.
I mean, I think it's not me, right? So biased 100%.
Okay, bye-bye then.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at this one. This one is probably one of the more intense ones. That one, the vanilla macchiato, that's what that one's called, correct, honey?
You turned it back.
Vanilla macchiato. That one's probably the most dramatic of the root up against the rest of the color. But you notice that the rooting wasn't super long. I mean, it was long, but it didn't look as long as, say, this.
Hello, Dory. Welcome to the party.
Hello. This is the Americano, and this is on another orchid. And I'm interested to hear what you've got to say about this, Liz, because I know that you really like the dark colors as well. And as I mentioned, orchid looks best when she's combed, so this is how you can expect her to arrive. She's a little wiggy looking. That's normal. That's actually pretty normal for all curly wigs. They're gonna be a little too perfect looking. And that is simply because, they don't want to relax the curl prematurely or have it take up too much room in the box. Because sometimes the lid won't go on properly if you fluff it up too much. So they leave it kind of compressed. But you can see how much that fluffed up just by running a comb through it. That's how we can always tell that somebody's combed the hair. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on. I love this orchid wig. It's a wonderful, wonderful wig. One of the first longer styles I ever fell in love with. And it has a lace front as well. All of these are lace front wigs.
That's a very nice style.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and change the part. And there is another Beltress balayage color that looks a little bit like this, but off the top of my head I can't remember which one it is. But I mean, this is very similar conceptually to one of their balayage colors.
Yeah. This color is proving a lot more popular.
Now you can still see it has a really long rooting. All of these colors have really, really long roots. And I think, honestly, one of the reasons why I might like that other one, what was the first one, the iced mocha? I think the reason why I really like that iced mocha color is because there's not as much of a contrast between the base shade on top and the colors on the bottom. Whereas the vanilla macchiato and this one, the Americano, they're a lot more dramatic. And typically I really love dramatic colors. So I actually kind of dig this, but it's also because I'm a natural brunette. So to me, this kind of color is pretty normal for me. But honestly, the weird thing, and this might not even fully make sense, but I think I would like this better if it were ombre. I think I would like it better if it were darker on top. But again, this is just super duper my opinion. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this, because if you like it, we'll bring it. You know, because this is not my store is not just like, here, let me pick what I would wear. I mean, I have a section for that, but
Rebecca Smith says, hello, Heather and Nigel. Want you both to know how you both light up my life. Love and look forward to seeing you both when you host these fun, enlightening reviews. Thank you, Rebecca.
thank you. That's very sweet of you.
I thought you had to hear that.
Thank you. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I mean, you guys are wonderful, and I'm so happy that you can join us every week because it's a lot of fun. It gets us out of the routine that we're in. When you work from home, every day is a Monday, and you don't get to clock out. And it's because I mean, every time you sit down, there's like this "I could be working right now" impulse. I mean, Nigel's getting a taste of that now because he's been helping me out because it's the only way he can really work is by basically just doing stuff for me personally, and then I pay him out of my paycheck. But what do you think about working from home?
It's not too bad. I mean, I've done it before. I've helped you do stuff, you know, for the YouTube channel and all that, you know, going back to 2016.
But don't you feel like that impulse of I'm at home, I could be working?
No.
Oh, you are so lucky. Oh my god, you are so lucky. That is like the worst sensation because it's like I guilt trip myself. I guilt trip myself into thinking that I should be working constantly.
See what I do? I get up and I think, what do I have to do today? And then I go do it. And then I'm like, once I'm done with that, I think to myself, right, Venture Brothers or whatever.
Hopefully it's all getting in there. Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Well, ish. I
What-
kind of look back, and there I am. Okay, it's in the picture now.
Yeah, you're doing all right, Heather. You're doing all right. It's just that
Alright.
this is on a lag, so.
Well, with these really long wigs, sometimes I don't know if they're all getting in the picture.
Donna says, workaholic must be a creative. We can't stop.
That's exactly right. There's always a project.
Oh, if you're doing something creative that you enjoy, yeah, I could sit there for ages. I remember once I was just coming off, what play was I doing? I was doing a play, Noises Off at Kent Stark, and I've been getting used to do all this energy, and then all of a sudden I stopped. All this running about stage, and then I couldn't sleep for an entire weekend. So I think I painted war game miniatures and customized action figures for like 75 hours straight before I crashed. Excuse me, dry.
So this color is really intriguing because, like I mentioned, it's a lot more dramatic than the iced mocha that I showed earlier, and it also is kind of a balanced color at the bottom where it has both warm, kind of like gold tones as well as very, very cool ashy ones. You can see up top in particular, this is a very, very pale platinum icy blonde color. It's definitely a little bit on the ashen side. I wouldn't say it's gray, but it's definitely inching in that direction because it's got such a cool undertone to it. And then down here, you know, you can kind of see like almost, I want to say this is like a 24. It looks like a medium golden blonde to me. So it definitely has gold at the bottoms, and it gets more gold as you get to the bottoms, whereas most of the colors that are blonde on top are that ashier tone. And you get a little bit of that mixed in to the top layers, but not a whole heck of a lot. You can see that that's really dark up there. Like, to me, that looks kind of like a 4. I might be off because the lighting is really bright in my face right now, but to me, this looks like it's got a 4 for a base, if I had to guess. And it's just really dramatic. What does everybody think, honey?
Oh, all sorts of. There's a wide range of opinions. Some people don't like the gold. Some people like the gold. It's a personal preference. I mean, I quite like that on you. It's not too bad. I mean, you know.
Well, how about this? How about if I frame it this way? Will you buy one of these?
Okay.
Right?
There you
Because
go,
I own a
folks.
store. Would you
interested in
buy one?
Okay. If you're interested in buying one, let us know and I'll let Heather know.
Getting right to the practical part of the matter.
Barbara says, hey, I'm supposed to be editing right now, but I'm taking a break with you guys. You're a bad influence on my work ethic.
We're just terrible influences. That's amazing. I love it.
Terry.
says, I agree, you two are my social life. Look forward to all your live shows. Even my husband recognizes your voice and sits with me while I'm watching you. Hello, thank you, Terry's husband.
Yes. Hello. Thank you.
What color is the base, Heather? Looks like a 4,
Yeah,
says Liz.
looks like a 4. It's quite dark on top. I mean, it might be a 6 because my eyes are squinty because of all the lights in my eyes, but it definitely looks darker than that to me. It looks like it's a 4.
Right, so let's see here. We've got let's see.
I mean, I think it's a really pretty if you're the kind of person who needs ashy tones on top, but you don't want the whole wig to be ashy. Like, it definitely gets a little golder at the bottoms. Like, this is kind of a taupe color for the blouse. It's meant to be kind of like a cool undertone. So, I mean, it doesn't clash with that. So I would say this is really balanced down here, but it's definitely a little warmer towards the bottom than it is on the top.
Right, so you want to know who's buying it?
Yes.
Personally, I wouldn't get any of them, says Kathleen. Let's see. Lanny, no. Marianne, yes.
Okay.
Laura, yes. Opalunia, no. Silver Street, yes. The Mertz, so far, I'd go for iced mocha. Shelley, no. Susan, no. Linda, no. Barbara Dale, no. Kathleen, no. Mary, no. Terry, no. Serene, I'm going to stick to the Sister Wig stuff. May, nope. All dollars is going to Bardot, Felix, Ambrose, and Grayson.
I love you guys so much.
Andy, not for me. Too dark for this pale natural blonde. Silver Street, this brand runs too large for me. Pamelia says no. Dory says iced mocha. Where are we here? That went by too fast. Oh boy.
Well,
Yeah, so a few people would, but the general consensus
the alcohol
is
has
no.
entered the chat.
Kay Schaffer, what is Grayson? Grayson is the new.
Don't say I'm making it a surprise. Yeah, it's a thing that we did, and it's a thing that will be happening soon. It's like a sister wig to Ainsley. It's like if Ainsley grew out. That's what Grayson looks like. Because like Ainsley comes to like here, and Grayson comes to like here-ish. You know, so she's like a little bit below the shoulders, but not dramatically. So just a little bit if Ainsley grew out. Alrighty. But yeah, I wanted that to be a surprise. I put that on our Instagram. Like, can you guess? I don't want to give that up yet.
All right.
This one is also one of the softer ones, this next one. This one I also kind of like. This is the Toffee Latte. And this one is really soft by comparison. It's also a lot warmer. It is probably the warmest of the bunch, keeping it real. It's very warm. But it all looks like it goes together really well in my opinion. So you get this like medium golden brown on top. And is that my nail or is that a fuzzy? That is my nail. Okay. And you can see that it's got kind of like caramel blonde highlights. And then it's also got like a little bit of like light golden brown down here. It's very pretty, but it's very gold. And you can see that this is really, really soft compared to some of the other colors, because even though the base is really, really long, the two colors, well actually there are like 3 or 4 colors in here, but the overall composition on top isn't that much dramatically darker than the base, at least compared to some of the other colors. I mean, obviously the vanilla macchiato is crazy dramatic. It's got a very pronounced dynamic transition, whereas this is like, this looks like a really soft balayage. And they do a beautiful job, I think, of approximating a balayage with this particular color, particularly here in the front. That's really pretty, the way that they accomplish this look. But it is really gold. I see somebody who said, Tammy says it's too yellow. It is, it's quite gold. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on.
Meanwhile, Shelley thinks it's the best of the colors.
Yeah, it's soft, it's pretty.
Personal experiences may vary. Me, I'm breaking out the bamboo.
Warn me next time so I don't accidentally hit the bamboo with my hand while I'm fluffing and
It's okay, I'm
teasing his
finishing
hair.
the bamboo.
Okay, you want to go over here.
I'm keeping this bottle. It's an awesome bottle, as several people have mentioned earlier in the chat. It is indeed an awesome bottle.
May I have a refill, honey?
Okay, now the question is, would you like a refill or would you like one of your lemon ginger ones?
Oh no.
Because I can mix a lemon ginger one for the fine people.
All right, if you want to do that, let's do it.
Oh, bamboo. All right, I'm gonna rinse this a minute,
Yeah.
and
And
then I'll show how to make a lemon ginger cocktail.
so this wig is Avalon, and she's quite girly, but you can tell she's not quite as tightly curled as Finn, and Finn is also slightly shorter. And I'll get out of your way in just a moment. I don't want to like tease people by saying, I have this wig and I want to show it to you, and then like not do that. So
All right,
here's that.
that's been rinsed. Okay.
Just a second, honey. Let me finish my little.
While you're doing that,
Yeah.
I'm going to take the opportunity to add some coordination.
Aha! So this is the lace front on Avalon. You can see it kind of goes straight across. If that bothers you, you might want to pick up a wig tutorial somewhere online about how to pluck a hairline. A lot of women of color in particular like to pluck the hairlines. Cosplayers like to pluck the hairline. You just want to make sure you're really patient and careful when you do it so that you don't accidentally snag the lace. Snagging the lace, by the way, is a much bigger issue when you're dealing with the soft lace that comes on a fashion wig as opposed to something like this really rigid grid lace that comes on medical wigs. But just kind of keep in mind that while snagging may not be that big of an issue, fraying might be. And the way that you can really prevent the fraying is if you have to adjust the lace front, don't grab or pull on the lace. Move the hair. You know, don't ever pull so hard on the wig that you would pull the hair out of it, but you can use the hair or you can use the ear tabs to maneuver the wig into position. Don't use the lace and don't pull on the lace because you can actually like fray it and make the hair fall out. And if you're plucking and you're not careful, you can actually like poke holes in your wig. And because this is such a rigid material, it can actually be kind of prickly and uncomfortable when it starts to fray like that. So just be kind of careful. This is the Toffee Latte, in case anybody was wondering. This is a great wig. I thought that Liz said that this is a pretty style. This is one of my favorite of Estetica's wigs. It's just a really beautifully done style. I kind of miss the older version of it a little bit, but I understand why they had to adjust the curl. I mean, it just stays a little bit better. And by the way, if you don't want your wigs to stretch out and you want to preserve the curl, store them flat. Don't store them upright because it kind of doubles the amount of time that gravity has its way with the curls, and it can really loosen those up.
You know, I just figured it out.
What?
That blueberry crumble soap in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It smells like blueberry cornbread.
It does a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not real keen on it. We got this Bath and Body Works soap because they were running a sale. Not a fan. Not a fan.
It's okay, but it just
not-
doesn't smell like what it's supposed to
No,
smell
I don't like that scent because it smells like I'm wiping my hands with butter. You're so right. It's like washing your hands with butter. They don't smell cleaner afterwards.
They smell delicious.
That's not what
Don't care. It smells delicious.
I'll be right
Now
back.
I want blueberry cornbread.
I'll be right back while you do this.
Okay, this is the other go-to favorite for Heather on these video shoots. If it's just a photo shoot or filming reviews or anything like that, she likes this. This one doesn't have a name either, but it's just something I threw together. This is Stirring's Ginger All Natural Liqueur. Okay, so you can have a good look at that. That's Stirring's All Natural Ginger Liqueur. As you can see, it's very popular. We probably need to get some more. Okay, now then. Pour a little bit of that, about a finger or two in there will do nicely. And because it's ginger, it's very good for soothing your stomach. It's one of those alcohols that you can, well, I won't say you can, but some people can probably just drink straight. It's nice and sweet and gingery and delicious. Okay. That's the alcohol part of this done. And the other key ingredient, shake this up, is Trader Joe's Lemon Ginger Echinacea Juice Blend. You can see that. Lemon Ginger Echinacea. This is quite good. Heather loves ginger. It's very good for her stomach. Very good for her stomach. She likes it. So fill that, again, like about
half the volume of the glass with that. And again, top it up with some nice chilled filtered water. Oh dear, I seem to have made the drink too much. I must drink some of it off. Oh darn. That's the stuff. Yeah, okay. So Heather, that's the other one that Heather really likes. Me, I'm sticking to bamboo for the moment.
Hooray!
Oh, that's good bamboo.
Sorry, I had
It's
to.
got slightly vanilla-y, this brand. So if you like vanilla, that's quite nice.
Yeah, the soap definitely smells a little bit like butter or cornbread, like you
Yeah.
said. It's not leaving me with that super fresh and clean feeling afterwards. It smells, I mean, it doesn't smell bad. It smells like I've been baking, but it smells like I need to wash my hands after baking.
Instead of that, you just wash your hands.
That's
yeah.
right. It's kind of like not my preference. I mean, I do like it when my hands smell like the strawberry one downstairs. That's nice. You know, so I'm not objecting to all food, but I mean, greasy foods I think don't equate a clean scent to me, I guess. That's zippy.
Yeah, that's your ginger one that you like.
Yay. All right, so yeah, this has been the Toffee Latte. So, did you like any of these? If so, which one was your favorite?
Well, a couple people would like to see that next to the first one.
Oh, gotcha. No problem. Hey, okay. What have we got here? Do you guys ever watch Bob's Burgers? I think that I am like a Linda Tina hybrid. Like they're both my spirit animals. So here is the difference. Iced mocha is icy. And the, what was that, toffee latte? Definitely warm. Can you tell how much warmer this one is? The toffee latte. And this is the iced mocha. Emphasize the iced part. Can everybody see?
Yes, everyone can see.
I don't know. I was blocking my own view. Hello. Oh my gosh. When I have my senior photos taken, I should totally break this out someday. My favorites. I'm such a weirdo. I had. Hold on, honey. This is a goofy story. So I had my senior photos, and I should show you someday. One of my favorite ones was when I was holding back a couple branches in a tree and going, and I felt like I was role playing a squirrel. I don't know why she had me pose like that, because you know I was doing what the photographer told me to do, and you know I felt like such a like a squirrel, and that ended up being my senior photo. It was my favorite one because it made me think of somehow being a squirrel. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't as funny. I just thought it was funny. So yeah, again, here is. I saw that some people said they couldn't tell the difference. This one, the iced mocha, has a lot of platinum, like a light, super ashy blonde. It's this color here. Let me see if I'm grabbing it right. Hello, come here. Okay, see this guy up here? This is an ashy blonde. Super cool. And when I hold this blonde up to it, you'll be able to see how warm that is? I mean, obviously it's not like super warm. It's not like a red, but it is definitely warmer than what's on the top of this wig. And then at the bottoms, I mean, I think what might be making them look the same is that this is a medium brown with kind of like a mixed light brown / blonde color. This one is also a medium brown with a mixed light brown / blonde color. So they're the same conceptually, you know what I mean? And that I think makes them a little bit less distinctive than the other two colors. But the iced mocha, I mean, I've lost track of which one I'm holding, but I can tell that this one's the iced mocha simply because it's so much ashier in the blonde tones. But really, I think it kind of looks like all they did was swap the caramel blonde, you know, light caramel brown color that's in here with an ash blonde in this one. They're virtually the same, other than the fact that this one has some like light auburn in it. So Hopefully that answered that. I don't know. Did we answer that okay? Okay.
Very helpful to see them side by side. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Hard to tell on the phone, says Anita. Kathleen says, okay, yep, that's right. Let's see. Nigel, you need to have a painkiller in your cocktail book.
Well, I'd like to do that, but what I'm mostly doing is this is recipes that I invented myself that no one else can sue me for. That I can make all the money on. And people will have to pay me.
That didn't come across as not Mr. Burnsian when you said it like that.
Excellent. Smithers, who is that lollygagger?
Simpson, sir, one of your chair moisteners from Sector 7G.
Simpson, eh? Excellent.
Yay! What was I gonna say? Oh, I wanted to tell you guys a funny story about something that happened the other day on the radio. And again, this may not be funny at all. I just thought it was funny. He mentioned the word gaga earlier. Did I tell you this story?
I don't think you did.
Oh, sorry. I don't mean to clap my hands so loudly. I don't know if that's like super abrasive. My apologies. Because I don't know how much this mic is picking up. So if I just like hit you in the eardrums, my bad. Okay, so here we go, Nigel. This is great. Okay, this story includes cussing. So if you are sensitive to the F word or there are small children around, you may want to mute this, and I will do a double thumbs up when I'm done. If you don't want them to hear the F bomb, because I have to use it to tell the story properly. Okay. But the ironic part of the story is you've already heard this. You probably just didn't know. Okay, so how many of you guys have heard the Lady Gaga song Poker Face? I would imagine most of you have probably heard of Poker Face, you know, right? So this is very important. Okay. The drink is definitely kicking in now. All right. So I'm driving down the road on my way to physical therapy because I'm in physical therapy like twice a week. So I'm listening to the radio, commercial comes on, you know the drill. It's like 90% commercials and then a song and then a guy riffs for a little bit and then commercials. But anyway, after the commercial break, this DJ got on the air and he made this spiel about how, you know, people who cuss are more intelligent and open-minded and a whole bunch of really glowing, wonderful things about people who curse a lot.
Fuck yeah.
And he said, but I'm on the radio, so I can't cuss. You know, and so he said that or something akin to that, and then he immediately played Poker Face. So that made me laugh right off the bat. And do you guys have any idea where I'm going with this?
Let's see. Marianne says I must be a genius. So does Silver Streak.
Yeah. Okay. So if you guys know why that's funny, here's the reason why. And this isn't even the funniest part. Okay. Because when Lady Gaga, okay, this song is about her cheating on her boyfriend with the girl because she's bisexual on the side, you know, and she doesn't want him to know. And that's the whole song, is that, you know, she's cheating on her boyfriend with the girl. And so Lady Gaga in this song, you know, she goes, poker face. And everyone thinks that the next thing that happens is that she goes, poker face. But that is not what she is saying in that section. Forever, this song has been played. I've never heard anybody censor it, but look up the lyrics sometime if you don't believe me. She's going, poker face, fucker face. Poker face, fucker face. Literally, that is what she's saying. Those are the published lyrics.
And I did not know that until someone pointed it out to me.
Yeah,
I used to hear that a bazillion times a day at work.
Yeah.
I used to play that at work.
Right. Yeah. So this song has been played on the radio, uncensored, forever. I have never heard anybody censor that part, but that is not the funniest part. Okay,
That's not the funniest part?
No, that is not the funniest part. So I'm laughing because I'm like, this DJ has a wonderful sense of humor. Oh, I'm here for it, right?
Yes, Stacy, for
and
real.
Then Lady Gaga goes into her little song rap where she talks about bluffing with her muffin. They censored muffin. They censored muffin.
Okay, I must laugh like Salacious Crumb now.
No, but they literally, she objective word. Objectable word.
Hello, Megan. Thanks for joining us right at this moment.
Yes. So,
What you must be thinking.
oh my goodness. But yeah, I was dying. I almost had to pull over. I was laughing so hard. I was like, this guy is my new hero. I needed that.
Okay, right. Well, in my Instagram post, I promised new coffee collection stuff. I promised fantasy and sci-fi, cocktails, laughs, and all that sort of thing. English men love muffins. Oh yes, yes we do. KP said, "What did I just walk into?" I often wonder that myself, KP. I often wonder that myself.
It's Sister Wigs After Dark.
Sister Wigs After Dark. Nice.
Whatever happened
Anyway.
to Smooth? Did we lose Smooth?
Okay, what we're going to have to do is, okay, this is a British sketch comedy thing. We're going to have to watch The Fast Show.
All right.
Okay, there's a guy who does late night jazz program hosting, and he says, "Welcome to the, jazz," and he always follows up with something like smooth or nice or something like that. And that's where I get that gag from.
So they are interchangeable.
Yes.
I also love his impersonation of that one guy who's like, I was very, very drunk.
No, you did not just say that, Nigel. Bad boy. Yes, I am. Oh, yes. That is the exact show where the Fast Show. That's where
that guy's from?
Yeah, there's a character called,
very, very
called Rolly Birkin QC, and he's this old wizened alcoholic in an old British men's club, sitting in an old overstuffed leather chair by the fire, and he's got a drink with him right here, and he's telling his story, and it comes what he said, just over that, and all these sound effects like I go, meow. I just all over the place. I said no. I'm afraid I was very, very drunk. And he always ends every story with, "But I'm afraid I was very, very drunk."
That was excellent. Yes?
Thank you.
Yes.
Tammy, yes, love the shirt. Great shirt. Absolutely amazing. Thank you. You guys are proof that wigs are cool. Excellent.
Yay!
But yeah, we also had some other stuff going.
Oh, he made fun things.
Yeah, people have asked about this. Just as a little fun project, I've been, you've probably heard me, and probably a couple of the other people like Serene and Serena talk about Mandalorian and the Mandalorian language, Mandoa. Well, this is a sample of the Mandalorian alphabet. And I've been trying to find a really good online chart that has good large font Mandoa characters. I can't. Everything you try and blow it up, it just comes out blurry as all get out. So I tried redrawing them in print, and this is my attempt at redrawing some of the Mandalorian letters in print. And this is, I picked these, I picked this particular phrase because it's got all the different shapes. It's got the angles, it's got the uprights, it's got little triangles, it's got the pointy bits and everything like that. So this is just a sampler. I mean, if you want to try and translate it from an online thing, that's fine.
Are you giving them homework?
No, I'm just saying.
Sister Wigs After Dark.
Yeah.
The live stream with homework.
The live stream with homework. But I mainly wanted to do this. Now, this one is very important to me. This is one of the most important 3 words in Mandoa, 5 words in English. This says, Alit Orisha Taldin, with an exclamation point. And this I got from the Republic Commando novels, written by Karen Travis with 2 S's. Karen Travis wrote 5 yeah, I've had alcohol. 5 Republic Commando novels. There were supposed to be 6, but Lucasfilm cut out on that, on the last one. Anyway, they introduce a principle that's central to Mandalorian culture, that was central to my life without me knowing it. And in 3 words of Mandoa, 5 words of English, she summed up my entire philosophy. Alit Orisha Taldin means family is more than bloodline. This is vitally important to me. And the thing is, it's true. If you think about it, family is more than bloodline. And I've got to say, over the past few years, I've considered you people part of my Alit, my family. The Alit, A-L-I-I-T, Mandalorian concept of an extended clan. Not just blood relatives, but adoptees and allies. So I like to think you folks are all part of my Alit.
I love you.
And I adore you. Oh, or as we say in Mandoa, Nika Taili Darasum Charika. I will hold you in my heart forever, darling.
That's what is that my screensaver?
That's what your screensaver says. I put a Mandalorian screensaver on her computer that says Nika Taili Darasum Charika.
Oh, people are asking what wig this is. I just literally grabbed it off the shelf. This is a Kira Mono SF from Belmadom, what we call our Euro line, because we're not allowed to call them Belmadom on my website because I'm in the US, whatever. But this is Flame Mix because I love this color forever and ever and ever. Love this color. It is not for the faint of heart, but if you have the right attitude, it will go with everything. But definitely not great coverage for me. This is a brand that fits small. So I love this wig, but someday I need to try to figure out a way to make this kind of thing happen on a cap that will actually fit me properly.
This is the way, says Barbara. Yes. Ibik Manda.
I'm so happy we have nerds with us. Geeks. My favorites.
Christine, have you tried to Google image search using large as the size that helps me get higher res files? That's the problem, Christine. This is all a little private thing that geeks do on their own, and they don't do large size style guides.
Well, maybe we could put them on Instagram or something.
I've already put the test on, and that proved quite popular. But this one, you know, I might do that. I already did one for Arabesh, which is the main language in Star Wars.
Oh, hold on. Someone asked what other colors this comes in. We actually have this one on our website, so it comes in a few colors. We don't carry all of them. We just carry the most interesting or the most popular ones. I think this wig, the Kira, looks amazing in the vanilla rooted. I think it looks really good in that color, like really good if you like blondes, particularly rooted blondes. The root's really, really beautiful on that one. I think that blueberry gray is stunning. Like in everything that you could possibly get that one in. It's a really, really cool color. I love Flame Mix, obviously. The chocolate mix, I don't know if it's the chocolate mix that comes in that, but literally all the Belmadom colors are really pretty. They really are. They do a very nice job with that. But here is, and I'm wearing kind of a chocolate brown wig cap, so it makes the scalp look a little bit obscured, but that's what the top looks like. And I have worn this one. This is part of my personal collection. I love this cut. I love this length. I really love their lace fronts. I just wish that I could actually call them what they are and sell them for the same price as some other stores that aren't in the US. But again, say lovey.
Will Piper and Chocolate Strawberry be coming back? I missed her.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. We need to sell more of these things, and then we will put that into refills. We will put that into more things. We have to do things kind of slowly because we're really small. And we're pumping literally almost all of our profits into this endeavor. It's a lot for us, but I'm really happy that people have seemed to embrace it, that they know that we're trying to make stuff that's kind of wallet friendly. And for the record, I am currently working on trying to bring some things with some lace features to you in a non-heat friendly fiber, probably by the end of this year. It's something we have to kind of work towards. So just know that, you know, every time we sell some of these, we do pump it into more stuff. So the proof is in the pudding. That is something we've been doing for months at this point. You can see how we kind kind of roll that into new stuff, that we roll into new stuff, that we roll into new stuff. And we will just keep doing that. And as stuff sells out, the faster it sells out, the more we know we've got to refill it. So we are paying attention to that too. So it's just a matter of time before we refill it. But we can't do these things quickly because we're not as big as a company like John Renault or somebody like that. We're very, very much in our infancy. But we're going to work on it. And as we sell, we're going to continue to build into nicer stuff, so it's not all just the fashion pieces, but the goal is to scale it in a way where the price is always friendly, you know, like compassionate pricing as opposed to, you know, luxury pricing. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with luxury pricing. I've been doing that for years, but I didn't grow up on luxury things. You know, I was from the Rust Belt. I've, you know, I don't want to get into all that, but it was not like I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. And so I wasn't even able to afford really nice medical grade wigs until I was 30. So to me, it's really important, particularly because my store is geared towards women with polycystic ovary syndrome. I want younger women who are experiencing hair loss precociously, like mine started falling out when I was 17. I want them to feel like they've got a home, because unfortunately most medical wigs are geared towards people over the age of 55. So this can be very difficult for them. And even though I am slowly aging away from that being a relevant problem for me, I don't want to forget what that felt like, because I want to help women who are coming up behind me to avoid going through that themselves, because it was brutal. and I went through a lot of my life bald, essentially, and just covering things up with like eyeshadow on my scalp and lots of hairspray. And there's only so far you can get with that before it just looks like a mess on the top of your head and you start to get, you know, panic attacks whenever it's about to rain. So don't want to go through that again. Oh my God, the hot tub. I should tell them about the hot tub.
Tell them about the hot tub.
Oh my God. Okay,
But
so
before you do that,
yeah.
the Mert says, for someone who is dark but wants to try a blonde, do you think South Beach Sands would be a gentle transition? I keep going back and forth with millionaires shortbread rooted.
Yeah, no, I think either one of those would probably be okay, because they've both got kind of like a medium brown root. I wanted it to be intentionally friendly to all skin tones. And in fact, I just took a bunch of pictures on mannequins for Amazon, and I wanted to make sure that all of the side-by-sides featured a Caucasian mannequin and a woman of color. And we've got a range of delicious colors. I have one that's modeled after that one lady from Star Trek, the movie. Do you remember her name, the Indian lady, the really pretty
Persis
one?
Kambata.
It's modeled after her. I have one that's modeled after her, and she looks divine.
Persis Kambata is the young lady who made me appreciate bald chicks.
Oh, I know. It's kind of a shame to put wigs on her, actually, because she's just so pretty bald. And we have... what do we have? I have one that looks a little bit like Nene Leakes, and I'm loving it. I almost bought one that looked like Beyonce, and then I realized that there are probably a lot of those around, so I might hold off on that. But I want to show what these look like on women that don't look like me too, because, you know, I feel like by taking pictures of myself, I basically have my demo covered. So I want to make sure that I try to do things that help people see what these will look like on people who have different complexions too. So hopefully there are some images of that. If not, I can try to take some. Just let me know after this video is over in the comment section of the like replay, so that way I don't have to scroll through this whole thing to get the note. But if you leave that comment on there, I will do my best to kind of like see if I can take at least one image of what the South Beach Sands looks like on one of my more melanated mannequins that are in that back room.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, I think that about covers it for this evening. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Did you want to talk about the dream?
Oh wait. Okay. Yeah.
What about and you mentioned the hot tub?
Oh. Okay. Never mind. Premature. All right. So okay. I'll let you talk about the dream.
Yes,
first.
I know who Persis Kambata is. I've watched Star Trek a lot.
Okay. Well,
Not as much as some. But anyway, right.
this is amazing.
Okay, I had this dream
He had a dream.
last week. Okay, and all I can say is it was weird. I mean, ever since my accident last year, which then transitioned directly into COVID and lockdown and all that, I've been having, probably you have as well, weird dreams. Weird dreams that you know, fluctuate from weird funny, weird bad, weird troubling, just generally weird. I've heard it's a common phenomenon nowadays, people having weird dreams. This one was utterly, utterly bizarre, and yet utterly adorable at the same time. And Heather, I told it to Heather the next morning, and she insisted that I share it with you, okay? Now, don't ask me how. Don't ask me how this even entered my head. But Heather and I were living in a 1970s house. Now, picture it, 1970s house. Everything is brown. The walls, brown. The carpet, brown. The furniture, brown.
No avocado or mustard?
No. The appliances, brown. The walls, white. No, brown, sorry.
Oh no, you
Wood
made
pa-
me,
wood
you made me
paneling.
snort.
Wood paneling on the walls, brown. Already a nightmare, says May. Yes. Okay. So, we're living in this brown house. And we're sitting on the brown furniture. And somehow, a lot of tiny, fluffy, adorable, chirping baby ducklings got loose in the house. And they were just zooming all over the place like little ducklings do. You know, you watch them zoom around and they go all over the place like maniacs, yeah? Somehow that was happening. I didn't know what to do. Heather didn't know what to do. Just the tiny little fluffy, I think they were mallards because they were mottled brown and yellow.
You're being pedantic about a dream with fluffy baby ducklings running
I'm a
amok.
pedant. I must pedant. Zooming around all over the place like chickens with their heads cut off to mix our foul metaphors.
Oh my god.
And so, we couldn't catch them. They were too fast, zooming about all over the place, being fluffy and adorable. And so, I brought in a couple of Dinornis eggs. Dinornis eggs, also called elephant birds. They used to live on Madagascar. They're extinct. They used to be 12 feet tall and the heaviest birds ever existed. Now, I brought in a couple of these eggs. They're huge. They're about the size of a really large rugby ball. Just huge eggs, as big as eggs can possibly get. They are. So I brought in 2 of these eggs. Put them down on the ground. I sat down on the floor, put them down on the ground between my legs, and these gigantic eggs hatched out. Each egg hatched out a pair of tiny, adorable, fluffy kittens. Don't ask me why. They just did. Each egg hatched out 2 tiny, fluffy kittens. One was gray, one was ginger, one was black, one was white. Just fluffy kittens bursting out of an egg like an Easter video that makes everyone go, ah.
If you guys thought it was random earlier, you didn't know it was going to keep building, did you?
And these tiny, fluffy kittens helped us catch the ducklings by hugging them. One would race by and it would go, ah, and hug them. Don't ask me why I had that dream. Don't ask me what it means. I had that dream.
It's so wholesome. Yeah. Of course, I made him write it down immediately so he could read it to you. It's literally written down. And it says, dream about little fluffy ducklings running loose in the house, so we brought out some huge eggs, which hatched into kittens, who then helped corral like Steve Carell, corral the ducklings by hugging them. It says that. That's magic. I love you.
Thank you, my treasure.
I would kiss you, but I got lipstick all over you.
That's okay.
Oh,
Anyway,
man.
so yeah, and you were mentioning the hot tub.
Oh, I was talking about putting crap on my scalp to try to hide the fact that I was bald.
Hot tub story.
Oh no. Okay, when I went to go visit him,
2005.
2005. So this was back before I had fully embraced wigs or toppers, and I wouldn't have worn one into the hot tub anyway. So I forgot actually that I had stuff on my scalp to. My hair, by the way, was bright red at the time. Bright red. So I had this stuff in my hair that was also bright red. Very, very important to know. Important detail here. So he took me to this bar where they, and I remember the meal we had right beforehand distinctly because this is actually that chalupa.
Ah, the chalupa.
Okay, so I'm in England when this story is happening, okay?
Oh, brother.
And I'm in the southern part of the country, very far away from Mexico. And we went to a Mexican restaurant.
To be fair, it was supposed to be Tex-Mex.
Very much this. Okay, so I ordered a chalupa at the Tex-Mex restaurant, and it was literally like a chicken breast wrapped in like puff pastry or something like that, covered in hollandaise sauce with a little bit of something that vaguely was reminiscent of pico de gallo on top, but just a little bit for color.
Wasn't there asparagus involved?
There might
as well?
have been asparagus involved, and
Yeah.
it was very, very not Tex-Mex.
It was not in the slightest bit a chalupa or even remotely Tex-Mex.
I was not feeling it at all, so I didn't eat that. Instead, I realized they had real absinthe at the bar, and I had some absinthe. Some absinthe. It may have been more than some, because I was a big gal at the time, and I wasn't really eating much. So we went immediately back to the hotel, and they had this hot tub in the courtyard, and we weren't like doing anything raunchy because this is like a community area where literally anyone could come into the hot tub or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I mean, this was very PG, and we were hanging out in this very open air courtyard, and I am very drunk on absinthe, and I just immediately start singing "O mio babino caro" to him. And the funny part is that he started crying because he was so moved by it.
Yes.
But the humidity was making my hair stuff run, so I looked like a scene from Carrie. Like, we need to make a movie just so we can put this scene in it. Yes, because I forgot that I had this crap in my hair to make it look like I wasn't bald on top, and it proceeded to run all over my face and shoulders, and I didn't actually realize until I was done with the aria, and Nigel was very sweet about it because he was just so moved by the song.
Well, you have a beautiful singing voice.
You have a beautiful speaking voice. You have beautiful everything.
And Terry, for the record, it tastes a bit like licorice.
Yeah.
Not fond of it. But, you know, it's just to say, we've had absinthe now. Okay.
Yeah.
Box ticked, moving
Yeah,
on.
I wouldn't be able to drink it now. My sleeve would not permit it. But back in the day, yeah, I tried it. It was fun. Not my favorite, but it was a thing, and I definitely was tipsy off of it. But apparently sang "O mio babino caro" quite competently. So hooray!
Yes.
He could recognize the tune, so we're going somewhere with that. Yay!
Added drama to your aria. Yes. Yes, it did.
It did. It was very tragic with all that red streaming down. All right. Well, do we have anything else?
Oh no, you knew that Nigel was a keeper right then, said Terry.
Yeah, he was awesome. You are so cheesy. I love it. Oh, we forgot to do the... Oh, no, I hope people realize we started talking about something other than Lady Gaga. I was like, I'll do a double thumbs up, and then never did it.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, that's alcohol.
Yeah, for sure.
Give us the opening phrase of O mio
Oh
babino
my god,
caro.
I am so not warmed up. Sorry. Oh no, this is gonna be bad, you guys. Because I haven't done this in like forever, and I'm not very warmed up. And I've been drinking, so I'm probably gonna mess this up. Sorry. Oh mio babino caro, mi piace bella, bella. I'm not going to continue. But I did it a little, you know? It was a thing I did. But I used to be in better voice a really long time ago in my 20s, because that's really an aria for a younger person. And, you know, I used to have a better voice that was better suited for it and was more in practice back then. So, but it was a thing I did.
Vast amounts of praise coming up here.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I want to get back into voice lessons as soon as, you know, we're done with these challenging times. I would absolutely love it to, you know, go back and dust off the old vocal cords a little bit, because I do feel very out of practice.
And that's one of the many reasons I love her.
Aww. Oh, all right. I love you guys. We're going to end this one because we're past the 90-minute mark, and I still need to eat dinner because I've had a lot of alcohol at this point. So,
yes, indeed. So, I want to thank you folks for joining us. And now I'd like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. Sorry, I had just... Yeah, just Beverly Hillbillies sprung to mind for some reason.
I'm not a baritone. I don't know why I tried that.
You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heapin' helping of our hospitality, etc., etc., etc.
Yay!
Okay, so yeah, thanks again for dropping